The incredible life story of George Lucas, born on May 14, 1944, in Modesto, California, is that of one of the most influential and innovative directors, screenwriters, and producers in the history of cinema. He is widely known for creating two of the biggest pop culture franchises in the world, Star Wars and Indiana Jones. His life is marked by creativity, future vision, and an immense passion for storytelling. Let's dive into George Lucas's journey in detail. His childhood and influences. George Walton Lucas Jr. was born into a middle-class family. His father, George Lucas Sr., owned an office supplies store and expected his son to follow in the family business. However, George had other interests. During his childhood and adolescence, he developed a passion for cars and racing, something that would influence his early work in cinema. Additionally, Lucas was fascinated by comic books, television series, and action and science fiction films. His great passion for car racing almost turned fatal when, at the age of 18, he was involved in a serious car accident that left him hospitalized for months. This event made him rethink his future. Although he had planned to become a race car driver, the accident led Lucas to decide to pursue another career. During his recovery period, his passion for films grew even stronger. Education and first steps in cinema. George Lucas attended Modesto Junior College, where he began to take an interest in photography and later cinema. He then transferred to the University of Southern California, USC, where he joined the prestigious cinema program at the School of Cinematic Arts. During his time at USC, Lucas made several short films, one of the most notable being Electronic Labyrinth, THX 1138-4EB, 1967, a science fiction film that gained attention for its innovative style and use of technology. After graduating, Lucas founded his first company, called American Zoetrope, with filmmaker Francis Ford Coppola. His debut as a feature film director came in 1971 with THX 1138, an expanded version of the short film he had made at USC. The film was praised for its visual aesthetics but had modest box office performance. The success of American Graffiti. George Lucas's first major success came in 1973 when he directed American Graffiti. The film, which cost less than $1 million to make, was based on his own experiences as a teenager passionate about cars and nights out in the city. American Graffiti was a massive success, grossing over $50 million at the box office and receiving 5 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture and Best Director. The success of American Graffiti gave Lucas the financial freedom and credibility to embark on his next major project, Star Wars. How Star Wars was born. George Lucas began developing the concept of Star Wars in the mid-1970s. He drew inspiration from various sources, such as Akira Kurosawa's samurai films, westerns, the adventure serials of the 1930s and 1940s, along with his passion for science fiction and mythology. He wanted to create a film that would be a sort of space opera, with heroes, villains, and epic battles. The development of Star Wars was not easy. Lucas had trouble securing funding, and the idea of a family-friendly science fiction film seemed risky to the studios. Eventually, 20th Century Fox agreed to finance the project, and Star Wars was released on May 25, 1977. The success was immediate and overwhelming. Star Wars revolutionized the film industry, breaking box office records and becoming a global cultural phenomenon. The film was also a milestone in technological innovation, with pioneering use of special effects, soundtracks, and sound design. Lucas founded Industrial Light and Magic, ILM, a visual effects company that would become a leader in the industry. In addition to the success of Star Wars, Lucas innovated by securing the merchandising rights related to the film, something studios at the time didn't value much. This resulted in billions of dollars in revenue from toys, clothing, comics, and other merchandise. The expansion of the Star Wars universe. Following the success of the first film, George Lucas planned a trilogy. In 1980, The Empire Strikes Back was released, directed by Irvin Kershner, and in 1983, Return of the Jedi completed the original trilogy. These films further solidified Star Wars as one of the biggest franchises of all time. Moreover, Lucas continued to expand the Star Wars universe with the creation of TV series, games, and more products. In 1999, he launched the prequel trilogy, starting with The Phantom Menace. Although this new trilogy received mixed reviews, it was also a financial success and introduced a new generation of fans to the Star Wars universe. Indiana Jones and other projects. Alongside Star Wars, Lucas was also responsible for creating another iconic franchise, Indiana Jones. He partnered with Steven Spielberg to create the character and the films. The first, Raiders of the Lost Ark, was released in 1981 and was also a great success. Lucas continued to collaborate with Spielberg on Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, 1984, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, 1989, and later on Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, 2008. Lucas also explored other projects as an executive producer, such as Willow, 1988, and the animated series Star Wars, The Clone Wars, 2008. Selling Lucasfilm to Disney. In 2012, George Lucas made one of the biggest decisions of his career. He sold Lucasfilm to Disney for $4 billion. This included all the rights to Star Wars and Indiana Jones. Disney, in turn, continued to produce new films and expanded the Star Wars universe with a new trilogy and spin-offs. Lucas explained that his decision to sell the company was based on his desire to focus on smaller projects and spend more time with his family. Since then, he has distanced himself from the mainstream film industry, although he is still consulted on projects related to Star Wars. His legacy and innovation. George Lucas's impact on cinema goes far beyond his iconic creations. He was one of the key figures in transforming how films are made, both in terms of special effects and how filmmakers relate to studios. With Industrial Light and Magic, Lucas revolutionized the use of technology in cinema, and with Skywalker Sound, he changed how sound is used in audiovisual productions. Furthermore, Lucas was a pioneer in independent film financing, maintaining creative control over his works and paving the way for other directors and producers to follow his lead. Personal life. George Lucas married film editor Marcia Griffin, with whom he adopted a daughter, Amanda. The couple divorced in 1983. In 2013, he married businesswoman Melody Hobson, with whom he had a daughter, Everest, through surrogacy. Lucas is also known for his philanthropy. After selling Lucasfilm, he donated a large portion of his fortune to charity and educational causes. George Lucas is one of the brightest minds in the history of cinema. Creator of franchises that transcend generations, he transformed the film industry with his innovation and unique vision. His influence goes far beyond Star Wars and Indiana Jones, touching nearly every aspect of modern film production. His ability to create iconic worlds and characters has secured his place in history as one of the greatest storytellers of all time. George Lucas's story is a true example of how vision, persistence, and passion can turn a dream into reality, even when the path seems impossible. From an early age, Lucas faced challenges that could have derailed his purpose, but he never let those obstacles define his destiny. His success is proof that believing in yourself and fighting for your ideals can take you much further than anyone imagines. George Lucas did not start his life as a prodigy or recognized genius. He was just an ordinary young man, fascinated by car racing and movies. He suffered a serious accident that changed his trajectory, forcing him to rethink his life and dreams. Many would have given up there, but Lucas saw a new opportunity. Instead of abandoning his passion, he redirected his focus to cinema, and this step completely transformed his future and that of the film industry. Rather than following a safe path or conforming to the expectations of others, Lucas dared to create something new. His idea for Star Wars was rejected countless times by major studios. No one believed that a science fiction film with heroes, aliens, and a completely new universe could work. He faced closed doors, criticism, and disbelief. But what did George Lucas do? He persisted. He believed in his project when no one else did. When Star Wars was finally released in 1977, no one was prepared for the phenomenon it would become. Lucas not only created a franchise but built a creative empire that forever changed the way movies were made and consumed. He revolutionized special effects, sound, and even how movies were marketed. Lucas showed the world that there are no limits to what can be achieved when you have a clear vision and the determination to make it a reality. Lucas's story teaches us that the journey to success is filled with challenges. He was not successful because he was lucky, but because he never gave up on his vision, even when it seemed impossible. His persistence is a powerful lesson. Success does not happen overnight. It is built through effort, dedication, and, above all, faith in your dream. Perhaps you are facing moments when people around you doubt your ability or criticize your ideas. Perhaps you are even beginning to doubt your own potential. But remember George Lucas.